my little party animals. Hiphiprenee here today with a brand new speed build for you. And I know it's been a little while since we've had content, and I said that in January I was gonna, be a little bit better about putting out content on a more regular basis. But let's just be grateful that we're getting any at all, okay? So anyway, today we are doing a recreation of one of my favorite Sims builds of all time. This build is bringing us back. It's bringing us back to the year, 2001, I believe. And this house is from The Sims 1. It is 7 Sims Lane, or 7 Sim Lane. I'm sorry, it's not plural. 7 Sim Lane, and this is where Bob and Betty Newbie live. Bob and Betty Newbie, if you remember from the original game, were essentially the tutorial family. So this is kind of the first family that you would go in and play to just kind of like figure out the game, get your bearings, and all that fun stuff. So I found a abandonware website a few weeks ago, probably actually more like a little over a month ago at this point, and I posted myself on TikTok playing the original Sims. It was a very quick, short video. I just kind of went in and, looked around. I wasn't really doing anything crazy, but of course I went directly into this house because it's one of my favorites, and everybody in the comments was saying, oh my god, you should build this, and I was like, you're right, I should build this. So of course I did. This house has been finished for a while. I just haven't gotten around to actually doing a voiceover and, editing the video and whatnot, but here we are. So we are here with 7 Sim Lane. I will toss the original Sims 1 build up on the screen at various points during this video, just so you can kind of get a comparison as to what I did in The Sims 4 versus what was done in The Sims 1. Because as much as I wanted to fully recreate this house, obviously we don't have the same floorings or the same furnitures. There are some things that, I made it work and it does look very, very similar, but it's not exact, and it's never going to be exact unless I downloaded specific CC to be able to do this. But I did actually also recreate Bob and Betty Newbie. I believe the house and Bob and Betty Newbie are both in my gallery, so if you want to go download them, you can definitely do that. My origin ID is always in my description box down below, so you can very easily go find my gallery. And I always loved Bob and Betty Newbie, and even though they are not in the current iteration of the game, they kind of have lived on. So Bob and Betty Newbie were in, obviously, The Sims 1. In The Sims 2, they were not playable because they were dead, but their daughter, Brandy Broke, was there. So their daughter was there, and she had 3 grandchildren, Dustin, Bo, and then her unborn baby is named Broke. So those are all descendants of the Newbie family, and if you recognize one of those names, Dustin Broke, he is in The Sims 4. So, while we don't have the Newbie family in The Sims 4, we do have essentially one of their descendants. You're not going to see it in his family tree because Sims 4 does not go that far into generational family type things, but spiritually, you should know that Dustin is the grandchild of Bob and Betty Newbie, and I just think that's a really fun addition to the game. He came with not Let's Get Famous, it was just Get Famous. He came with Get Famous, and he's a struggling actor, I think. He might be a struggling musician. I don't really remember. I don't think I've ever actually played as him, so, there's that. But I love this house so much. I always loved this house. Even as a child, knowing that it was a starter home, I knew that this house was just really weird. And the fact that they have no living room, it's just a kitchen with a TV in it. I don't know, it always cracked me up. And I had a lot of fun building this one. It was a nice, simple, easy build. And I definitely, going forward, want to do maybe some more Sims 1 recreations. So I have done one before. I did kind of that little bachelor pad almost looking house from The Sims 1, but if you have any other suggestions of older Sims houses you'd like me to recreate in The Sims 4, please leave them in the comments down below. I would love to give them a try. We definitely gotta do the mansion. You know the one I'm talking about, the mansion that everybody needed in their game, that everybody tried to move their Sims into. We gotta do that one for sure. But anyway, if you enjoyed this build, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below, and make sure you're following if you're not, so you don't miss any future content whenever that may come. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye!